Oh, so you're just kind of speaking to the microphone and everything?
Yeah.
All right, cool, no problem. Just kind of scoot a little bit closer. There we go. All right. Hello, hello, hello. This is episode 155. I'm here with Mr. Moses, if you'd like to say hello.
Yes. This is a great honor for me and for all those over the years that have supported me and didn't give up hope in me. And it's a great honor to really be here and address the nations.
It's a great honor to have you here as well, sir. I've seen you many times on Milton and everything, doing your teaching and everything from school and so on. And so it feels like a full circle moment to actually have you on my podcast, actually speak to you directly. We had a conversation beforehand, and you've actually listened to the podcast yourself, correct?
Oh, absolutely. I listened to 7 episodes. And so the reason I did, I wanted to see the variety. And so what I did at first, the first impression I got about Toasty, I was like, oh, he toasts people. I said, let me Google his name, and I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, from our nations, Google everything. Don't say you the man, and you got the strongest in between your legs. Just as Google was the average size of a man's penis is, and then you stack yourself up with facts, not with faith that you the biggest man, you feel me?
Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, sir, and everything. So you say you saw several episodes, correct? And which episode spoke to you the most?
The one that got his college degree.
College degree.
He got it. He was seeking a course that required math, and y'all had a lengthy conversation about how you deal good with you don't mind the letters and stuff like that and the math that you was talking about, or the shapes or something. And so y'all was going back and forth for math, and I learned things because on high we do a whole different kind of math, and basically simple, we do elongated math. We add it up from left to right or right to left. And see, that's what the number comes to. And we never count a zero.
Okay.
Because there's God and everything comes after him like number one.
So we had a conversation on a podcast, like you talking about, so like the podcast episode they saw, we were pretty much talking a whole lot about math, basically, what you're saying.
No, you talking about his degree and y'all struggle.
Oh, the green. I'm trying to figure out which episode though, because I got a lot of episodes.
No, I started at the top.
Oh, you started from the top, the very beginning. I'm trying to see the top from the very beginning.
Yeah. And I didn't call his name, but I really got the brother, and that really kind of said, okay, you know what I'm saying? I was like, Toasty. Let me Google it. So I Googled it, and it said it's like toasty. It's like toast. It's warm. It's like toast and got butter. And not only that, it's like upstate where I was born at. You know, you come into a warm house, you looking forward to getting to your people's house because it be cold, man. And we weren't taught how to properly layer clothes and nothing. It be freezing cold. So we would go.
Yeah.
And when you get in the house, you'd be like, oh, refreshing, it's toasty. So it's a warm and wholesome meaning I got behind it.
Yeah, I feel like names, even if you kind of pretty much spot a name for yourself, it's mostly like a nickname or whatnot. But I just feel like I feel like that name kind of aligns mostly with just like my disposition as an individual and also my nature as well. And everything, I see fire as being something that is just like, like when you think of Prometheus or whatever, it just kind of represents a sense of just like when you spark something, when you heat something up, progression, But if you're not careful with fire, it could be able to it can bring a whole lot of what's that word? Breaking things down, just burning things up type stuff if you're not careful.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to burn you up a fire. And now, talked about this in the car, yo. And so he said he was going to go and address the nations. Okay, so I'm addressing the nations. My title was Prince. My name is Savage. I'm going to tell you some things. You're in deep trouble. I've been helping you for over 21 years. For 21 years, I did not curse. My father signed me up for the job because he knew me. He would have knew what I told him. It's what I told him when he finally told me who I was. I said, no, no, no. Send somebody else. No, my man, but tell him. You know I'm a bum that don't ask nobody for shit. Them dumps. Every birthday, give me a white cake, a blue trim, and roast beef. He told me he wanted me to teach the kids. But I know what's up. The clean and the unclean animals. I had purpose. That's what I did. He led me into the wilderness. I knew it was something. Everything was coming apart, but it was too strategic. I thought I was being punished for my sin, which requires death. I was horrified. I had to die. Die for my sins. What I did to that person, the image of God. That way I could redeem. Isaiah 54, verse 5. For your maker, your creator, is your husband. The Lord Almighty is his name. The Holy One of Israel is your kinsman, redeemer, 100% Hebrew. And I am called God of the whole earth. You don't put it on me, and my father's not fucking senile. When I was going crazy, he helped me together. He said, Paul, I was your friend when he was little. Your comforter. Everybody knew who you were. You was in a weird dimension. Growing up. I'm a family with demons. I know demonology. I know to make it move. Don't get behind me, Satan. Get the fuck out of my way. Why the fuck? I want you behind my back. That's where you came from. You get in front of me, nigga. I'm gonna make you move. Period. In the name of I am. Let's deal with that right quick. Let's get this straight. You gotta put up a zero. get this right straight. Right here. And I'm going to let you have it. How you embarrass yourself in front of all the nations again after Egypt. Now, this is Exodus chapter 3, 11 through 15. Moses said, God, I am. Because over here in chapter 4, he called for Moses, and Moses says, here I am. He knew his father's voice. To them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you. And they asked me, what is his name? Then what should I tell them? God said to Moses, I am who I am. I will be what I will be. And I'll be that burning bush with no vocal cords and no lyrics. Telling Moses, stand down, take off your shoes, for this ground is holy. Now, God also said to Moses, say to the Israelites, the Lord thy God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, and his 12 sons, the house of Israel, the Levitical priest, and Judah, the king line. See, I got something for you, Toasty. I want to go ahead and air this and get this shit right. Get righteous. See him. Ain't nobody in this fucking city after I dropped the knowledge I dropped scared me enough to make me lie and be a coward in front of the God of Abraham and Moses. I want you to touch the seals. Go ahead.
Touch the seal?
Touch the seals and flip over and hold it up to the light. To see. I want you to verify it's authentic for the camera.
Like right here? Or right there?
Yeah. And I want you to see this ain't something I made on, I don't even know how to work a computer like that. I'm going to ask you some questions. We're going to talk about Isaiah. Hold it to you. Okay. We're going to ask some questions about Isaiah chapter 11. You know what I'm saying?
Still want me to hold it up? Just want to know if you want to just...
No, you read it.
Okay,
You read it. They seen it. I just wanted to say you had an official document.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I'm asking you some questions. Isaiah chapter 11. Okay. Now, from the root of Jesse.
Here you go, sir.
A stump. Now, from the stump of Jesse, a stump will come forth. Out of that stump, a branch. And it will bear much fruit. The fear of I am will be upon him, and he will delight in serving the gods of fortune that brought people out of slavery with gold. You cannot get gold across wet sand. He reinforced the ocean floor, and they rebelled against him and want to make a golden calf. We'll talk about more of that in a second. Now, what is my father's name?
The father's same parents, current legal name. Jesse Irvin.
What's his middle name?
I ain't put no middle name there, just Jesse and then Irvin.
No.
Hold up, that's the wrong one. Oh no, okay, top one. Cause I got 3 names here. Paul Antonio Irvin. Okay, that's a father name, or
That's me.
that's you. Okay, and then Mary Grace Wilkins. That's your mother's name, correct?
Why the fuck you say my mother's name? No, that is not my mother's name.
Oh, okay, my apologies. Just kind of going through the list right here. But yeah, just
Don't say the last name. But anyway, who cares? I'm God of the earth. I'll prove it to you in a second. I don't even fear y'all. You hear that thunder go. Hey, now hold up. So my mother's name is Mary Grace. So that's Grace, right? My father's name is Jesse. That's Isaiah chapter 11. From the stump, the root of Jesse come forth. Okay, I'm Paul. See, you had a Roman Paul that lied and did what the fuck he did, even though he did a lot of good. Lied and did that shit. That's my birth certificate, bro. And I had to get this from on high because my father don't even like it on this planet. So you can't tell me that when I was born, I had pre-planned my father's name being Isaiah chapter 11 and my mother's name being Mary Grace. How in the hell did you tell me I pre-planned some shit like that? Who else on this planet got a birth certificate like mine? You feel me? Who else got a birth certificate like mine, official? Ain't nobody got that shit. Hey, when the planets line up, they line up. You feel me? So, I mean, he stays, and that's why I was waiting to verify. You got 150 episodes. I feel like you're an honest man because you were toasting people. The word was spread real fast. And like we had talked about, I didn't want nothing about no theology. But I'm going to continue reading. Okay. God also said to Moses, say to the Israelites, the Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, and his 12 sons, which is the house of Israel, has sent me to you. This is my name forever, forever. The name you shall call me from generation to generation. And y'all want to call him Yahshua and call him Jehovah. There ain't no letter J's in the Hebrew alphabet, period. Letter J was not invented until the 1400s by the maritime Phoenicians. They rode around the world on what y'all call cruise ship, trading in exotic animals, human trafficking, or whatever the rich kings of the fallen angels told you fucking morning. So all that shit about the luminous is true, but they can't draw it. They can't draw it. He said, like in the beginning, who was that? They tell you in the Bible that Enoch was there. That's why Moses had them in 10 days, bruh. He had them there in 10 days, ready to go to the promised land. And they saw that Enoch. Enoch is short for Anunnaki. That's what King James fucking did. And that's what he stole. So the link is there. And they were giants and got scared after they walked through the Reed Sea by dividing the waters. So they sitting there tripping about I know this, I know that. What good is it, man? You know what I'm saying? You can't make no baby just because you got a male organ, because she got a female organ. You still can't make no baby. You don't know how to lick it, and that's what I'm saying. I am God's Holy Spirit. And this is how it works. They was like, I don't get it. No man of God would talk the way that he talked and use the language that he used. But see, my father died for that. This is the language y'all taught me, and now you want to condemn me. I thought y'all didn't have to keep sins. If you believe your own theology, Jesus died for my sins, you know, and that's just on the real and real. So how you going to judge me when you cheating on your wife, bro? How you going to judge me when you cheating on your husband? How you stash and hide money and giving away money to the church? You know what I'm saying? And you're making slave pay. $500 a week. Won't even invest in yourself. Invest in yourself, and then you bless people. You the only thing you got, man. And your parents did not abort you. You make something of yourself. You put in yourself first. And then when you got it, then you give to all the nonprofits that you really value. Let me tell you something, bruh. Urban ministry, they make gourmet soup. You don't feel ashamed. They treat you good. Invest in that, in the roof above. They've helped a lot of people. You know where your money's going. Now you get your receipt for your tax write-off. Feel me?
Yeah.
We got to take care of ourselves so we can take care of each other. You talking about love yourself. We got to take care of ourselves. You've invested in yourself. I've invested in myself. I've been out there for 21 years and never asked nobody for a dime. I didn't curse for the first 21 years. But when I turned 21, it was time for the new wine. I say, you did it. You walked away. You got what you wanted. The 144,000 know what you got. Those that are coming, they're going to come to hear your voice, son. They just rejected you. They hear your voice. They hear it. They know what the hell you said. And so he said, they rejected me. Now I'm going to tell you right here, with Yahweh is the devil. Now we got to do this next on the agenda. Come on. Okay, not bad. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. Filming for my papers right now. I know. All right, here it is. I got it. Thank you, Mr. Toast.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, check this out. Very truly, I tell you, listen to this. I got to read this. We got time for me to read it. It's going to seem lengthy, but I'm going to break it down, and you're going to see what the whole problem is and how you've been bootlegged. Okay. Emmanuel replied, I am man with you, Matthew chapter 123. Verily, truly, I tell you, everyone who sins is a slave to sin. Now, slave has no permanent place in the family, but the son belongs to it forever. So if the son sets you free, you are free indeed. I know that you are, check this out, Abraham's descendant, sarcastic, yet you are looking for a way to kill me, because you have no room for my word. I am telling you what I have seen in the Father's presence, and you doing what you heard from your father. Abraham is our father, they replied, they answered. If you are Abraham's children, Jesus said, Emmanuel, they lied, man. Then you would do what Abraham did. As it is, you're looking for a way to kill me. And a man who's told you the truth and heard from God. Abraham did not do such things. You're doing the works of your father. We are not the illegitimate children. They protested, the Jews. The only father we have is God himself. Emmanuel said to them, if God were your father, you would love me, for I have come from God. And that's what I've been telling people in Charlotte. I've not come on my own. God sent me. Why is my language not clear to you? Because you are able to hear what I say. You belong to your father, the devil, and the Jews have never changed their God. this is Yahweh right here. And right here in John chapter 8, verse 42. And check this out, what he goes on to say. The devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires, which is Yahweh. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. Check this out, y'all. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies. Yet, because I tell you the truth, you don't believe me. Can any of you prove me guilty of a sin since they killed me, all the organized religions? Can you? If I'm telling the truth, why don't you believe me? Whoever belongs to God hears what God says. Mm-hmm. The reason you did not hear me is because you don't belong to God. That's John chapter 8, 31 through 46. That's why you don't hear me. I've been there for 21 years. I ain't pushing nobody's car. I just spoke the truth and told you the truth. Mm-hmm. See, I can't get that in the light. My message is at a long light 90 seconds. That's my junction box. I grew that. Mm-hmm. When I came out January the 1st, I held that light for 5 minutes to get my point across. I had a red cross up. It was spray painted red. I had a thick rope hanging from the arm of the cross with paint on the bottom of the cross. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's Satan's children. Y'all motherfucking evil. Only thing we wanted was a drink of water, and y'all ride it and beat us with damn billy clubs and sick dogs on us. You Christians. You, in Jesus' name, they ain't switching no fucking God either. The God of slavery. So they got the Smithsonian, bruh, lampshades made out of Hebrew skin. And where did you get there? Why did you get there? Idolatry. Want to make your own set of rules and your own set of laws. I just feel like if you love people like you love yourself, let me tell you something. I've been looking at people all day today. Them motherfuckers don't love themselves. Shit, those are the murderers and the damn rapists. So that theology is a motherfucking bust. You see what I'm saying? That's just real talk. How is that? Motherfucker, you eat swine. You eat something that demons can live in. They don't do that to clean animals. The demons ain't gonna run into clean animals. They would run into scavengers. God's children are utmost high I am. As I read to you in Exodus 3, we don't eat trash. That's against our protocol. God's children don't eat trash. We don't fuck with that shit. And I'm gonna tell you what, if I go and get me something to eat, that I go right there to my burger place up the street. And I go to Wendy's. Why? Because the tribe of Ephraim eat there. And there'd be a whole clan of them. And the reason I said the clan, you need to change your birth certificate. I'm going to tell you now, crackers are the same thing as niggas. And I explained that to you earlier. We are sick of your fucking bullshit. And one of us put a motherfucking 100 to flight. 10 of us put 1,000. Get the fuck out of my way and let me do my J-O-B, not J-O-B-E. You fucking preacher, you illiterate bitch. Well, son, you know you got in trouble when they prayed to me about that. And I told you, son, best you. From the divine counsel, Psalms 82. And best you. I told you, you got to explain to him what you're doing. And you got to explain to him. Go ahead. niches. All right. The reason I called you a bitch, because I did not want to steal my father's line. And I was trying to lighten the blow since y'all call each other bitches and niggas. He called you the mother of all whores and abominations of the earth. You Christian nation, how in the hell can you let a pedophile, sick monster like Muhammad and his Islam bullshit come to a Christian nation? Good grief, that motherfucker saw flat-chested, front teeth missing, non-pubic hair, childbearing age, flat-butted 6-year-old 60-pound child, and got a motherfucking hard on to the point where he had to invoke his God, Jabril, Satan's sister, to invoke Allah to give him permission to rape this child. Who in the fuck does that? I can't even get hard on teenagers, man. Why would I? See, I have gases y'all don't have. I'm 9 to the 9th power. 9 ether, that's 9 closure caption, 999. I have conscious moral awareness gases. Y'all 6 to the 6th power, 666, the mark of a man, death. Y'all have no conscience, y'all have no morals, and y'all have no awareness gases. You're not even aware that you're stopping at a stoplight getting cursed out by me because you obey a man's law, but you want to get rid of the law that says you shall not tell a lie to your brother. You shall not covet what Toasty has. You shall not covet what Moses has. See, that's where adultery come in. That's another man's wife. That's another man's husband. You want something that belongs to somebody else, you covet it. And y'all running around talking about, oh, just treat me how you want to be treated. While you out there banging. You see what I'm saying? You don't want your wife to treat you like that. She don't want her husband treated like that. But you are the mother of all whores and abominations of the earth. You're worse than Sodom and Gomorrah, man. I mean, really. I'm in the I'm in the hang out. You need to sit your ass down and spend some time with your grandchildren. Ain't nobody trying to see your fat ass in no damn G-string. We got senior citizens and children here. And we're going to have a righteous city without your ass. And y'all came back some motherfucking dogs. I love you for doing that. But I'm going to tell you what, carry your grocery bag. And when you go across the, when you see somebody in the media, say keep it right here at the stoplight, keep the intersection both sides clean. Every time I come through every Friday, I'm going to bless you. Have your bag in the media. I'll let you left to right, say it's clean. I'm going to bless you. And then we from the tribes of Judah. You know what I'm saying? And it's those with us. Revelation chapter 7. You need to read that. Because in Revelation chapter 7, it says, I saw a multitude of all nations, tongues, colors, all assembled together. They had palm branches. They washed their clothes white as snow. They got rid of sin. That's got to go, bro. I'm masturbating too much. I'm doing this too much. Whatever. I got to renew my mind. Don't blast on your own belly. Blast with knowledge. Fill yourself with knowledge. That'll give you the power and the strength Because I'm going to tell you what, when you start obeying simple laws, see, I ain't going to be jealous of your woman, man. I'm not going to be envious of you. I'm not like, damn, I wonder how much that costs. I could set up my own show and do it. No, I'm an honored guest on your show, bro, and I really appreciate this opportunity. Now, we going to go from there. Now, we did I Am. We found out about Yahweh. Now, I want to give you some good news. Okay. We're going to go to Isaiah chapter 2, and this is where this is at. This is Isaiah, son of Amos, saw concerning Judah. That's Hebrew, Jerusalem. In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's temple will be established as the highest of the mountains. It will be exalted above the hills, and all the nations will stream to it. Many people will come and say, come, let us go up to the mountain of I Am, the temple of the God of Jacob. He will teach us his ways so that we may walk in his paths. The law will go out from Charlotte, North Carolina, the new Jerusalem, the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And that's just the way it is. So our wealth going to stream in here. During a tribulation, you got to have one holy city on the earth for the tribulation to work, where God can protect save his people. And that's here. That's my queen. And it tells you right there in Psalms chapter 2. And that's why I told people at the beginning to write down these verses, because you want to go to it. Google everything. If you don't have a Bible, that's fine. Go and Google King James Version. If you prefer ESV or NIV. It says at number 2 of Psalm chapter 2. In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's temple, not church, will be established as the highest of all mountains. It will be exalted above the hills, all churches, and all nations will stream to it. Many people will say, come, let us go up to the mountain of the God of Abraham, to the temple of the God of Jacob. He will teach us his ways, so we will walk in his paths. In his paths, the law will go out from Zion, and that's the good news. Ain't nobody else doing what I'm doing. Can't nobody put up a resume or bio against me nowhere on the freaking planet, bruh. You notice I'm not reading from a teleprompter or anything.
Nope, not at all. Just reading straight out the book.
Just straight out the book. You see what I'm saying? And so I did Exodus 3. I told you about Yahweh being a devil. I just told you about the New Jerusalem. Now, I got more good news. I feel in the eye. I feel in the back. All right, this is called salvation. See, we thought about you from the beginning. All right. I wear my Mexico shirts, you know. I try to wear it like once every 7 days. You know, it's got 7 on the bag. This is what the Lord in Isaiah, salvation for others, foreigners. This is what the Lord says, maintain justice, do what is right, for my salvation is close at hand, and my righteousness will soon be delivered. Blessed is he, is the one who does this, the person who holds his fast, who keeps the Sabbath without desecrating, and keep their hands from doing evil. Let no foreigner who is bound to I Am say, the Lord will surely exclude me from his people, and let no eunuch complain. Some were made that way, some was born that way. Y'all got it confused calling yourself homosexuals and gay. You're a eunuch. You was in the prince's palaces, bruh. I am only a dry tree. Let not the eunuch say I'm only a dry tree, for this is what the Lord says to the eunuchs who keep my Sabbath, who who choose to please me and hold fast to my covenant, to them I will give them within my temple and its walls a memorial name better than sons and daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that will endure forever. Those are eunuchs. That's straight out the Bible. No notes. I just wrote down the verses of some of the things I wanted to cover. Mm-hmm. And I got something else for you too. Now, this is going back to, we'll do, yeah. All right, we're doing it. We're going to go to 1 Kings. And see, this is all in your Bible. How can they not know? And after that, son, you got to go to Genesis and then really blur, man. Okay. All right. And see, this is stuff I can't tell you at the light. Mm-hmm. 1 Kings. Oh. This is stuff that I wish people would come up to me and talk to me about. I'm not a violent person. That's my trumpet. That's just my trumpet. Okay, we're going to do 25. 1 Kings 8, 25 and 25. Okay. Now the Lord, the God of Israel, keep for your servant David, my father, the promises you made, that he shall never fail to have a successor and sit before him on the throne. David is the son of Abraham. Okay, your sentence careful, they walk before me faithfully as you have done. And now, God of Israel, let your word, I promise your servant David, come, Father, come true. We're going to read in Genesis now that Abraham is a Hebrew. Mm-hmm. And that's what the hell they've been doing. Okay. I'm flipping through it, yeah. Give me a second. Okay, here it is. A man who had escaped came and reported to Abraham, the Hebrew, period. Genesis chapter 14, verse 13. Lot had been taken captive while he was in Sodom. Abraham's a Hebrew. Christianity is a flat-out lie, yo. Jesus is a Jew. They can't go back and say he's Hebrew now. Y'all call him Jesus. No letter J's in the Hebrew alphabet. It's all a scam. He stole his identity. I told you in Matthew chapter 1:23. Do what the prophet said in 7:14 and name him Emmanuel. And Joseph woke up and busted that. So I am your teacher. And I'm the only one. Now it says in Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 10 through 14, I gave them my statutes and my laws, that whomsoever keeps them shall live, period. Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 10 through 14. And I gave them my Sabbaths and my holy days. So it is a sign, a covenant between me and you, that it is I who makes you holy. So it's not how many cars you got, it's not how much money you got. What makes them holy is you getting your clock reset when he's chilling and resetting. Why you want to stress God? He's chilling, man. Hey, come home. Everybody come home 1 day a week. Something could happen at school, a school shooting. We're going to spend 1 day a week together. I'm going to rest when God rests. You know what I'm saying? Because he had to be taken down before sunset. See what I'm saying? I'm going to get people having their word. I'm going to raise you where, look, if your business set up where people can work 10 hours a day is worth it. Give them half a day off on Friday so they can be in before sunset. That's where you get your downloads. And it's a time for discipline. I'm telling you now, again, if your man cheating on you, really cheating on you, when your woman cheating on you, with you, hell, yeah. The Sabbath takes discipline. You say, I am not going to be a slave. We, for 500 years, like in America, they fucking us in the ass. That's why Moses killed them. Sexually abusing us. You see what I'm saying? And that's how Moses went off. And then they snitched on him. Just like y'all. I can't believe you did that to me, man. You embarrassed me. I been helping y'all. I was the one that taught you how to pray. How to do it. And you still did it wrong and he answered it. But it worked out good. So some things I can't explain, like why I called you a bitch. Because that's what you call each other. My father called you the mother of all whores and abominations of the earth. Now, so far as your rapture go, I want to tell you something about that alien abduction. I'm getting all these taxes out of my city. My holy majesty. Hey, why? There's no death in God, only in the devil. Now listen, God is life, and there is no cancer in him, okay? No death. Now, 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 13 and 17, check this out. Here comes little Jesus, the white man Jesus, coming back to rescue his niggas. Okay, he's coming back. Now, he's in a dark cloud, and he comes to shout with a loud voice. 1 Thessalonians. Okay, chapter 4, verse 13 and 17. And then he grabs the little trumpet of an archangel. I guess he forgot his God angel, God trumpet, and grabbed one of an archangel and blew for that trumpet. And then it says, and then the dead, throw a cross up there, the dead in Christ will rise first. So that means ain't nobody in fucking heaven. They're dead in his ass. If they rise him first, and then he says, wait, y'all coming up next to the ones that want to go out. Yeah, that's a rapture. That bird was known. That's why people lived in fucking caves, bro, or in dense woods. They didn't have no cities. You couldn't before the flood because a raptor was known to swoop down, grab a man, take him up in the clouds, and eat him, and the blood would fall to the ground on structures and buildings. This is a fact to the mythology. That's why they feared him. That's why God sent the flood. And everybody was to blame my father. That's how wicked it was. Well, the truth about it is, it's like that at the end time, man. AI shit, y'all getting suckered. That's artificial intelligence. That bitch is alive.
Shit's scary.
Yeah.
Because out of nowhere, like, it didn't even exist.
It's got all your data. Those are the fallen angels giving technology they was talking about. That's the Anunnaki. See, they were mining gold, right? The cavemen, the Europeans and stuff like that, the cave dwellers, they were too dumb because God made them to make sure the earth could stabilize and support a human organism before he put his soul, his spirit into it. So they were prototypes. So they were too dumb to fucking work. And then they were mixed with the fallen angels and the Neanderthal. And then they went and started calling themselves Caucasus Asians because they mixed with the lightest tribe from Judah. Caucasian, Caucasus Asian. To try to, over time, lighten themselves. They got light enough in there, and they'd be like, God damn, we got to get in a tanning bed. We got to get in tanner bed. But, I mean, what did the doctor say? Hey, you better put that motherfucking sunscreen on. I'm going to tell you what, it's a hot one. Man, we don't wear no sunscreen. They allergic to the sun, bro. You know what I'm saying? How can you be a son of God? Look to the sun, and you allergic to the shit. Y'all the one wearing dark shades. I teach every day. I hate that interference. I want that when I look at you. I want to know. I can feel your vibe. You know what I'm saying? I want to know you're paying attention. That's all I ask. Some is like nailed it. Other times, I don't know. But you're learning.
Yeah, I just want to take it all in, because it's just like, at the same token, it's just like once you already understand yourself and what your message trying to get off and everything, I'm just like a satellite. Just kind of take it in, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I ask people to do at the block. All right, so we call it Yahweh, the Devil, Thessalonians, the New Jerusalem. That's Isaiah chapter 2. You got that. I told you about Isaiah 40:54. Now, what I'm going to do is try to go over to Psalms 82. This is something that you have got to really check and dig. Okay, this is concerning people that call themselves gods. It's like this. Okay, I'm gonna do my own version. This is Psalms 82. The divine creator stands in the midst of the divine council and judges amongst the gods. They ask, how long will you defend the unjust? And I show partiality to the wicked, defend the weak and the fatherless, uphold the cause of the poor and the oppressed, rescue the weak and the needy, deliver them from the hand of the wicked. The gods know nothing. Christianity, Buddhism, Islamists, they understand nothing. They walk about in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaking. I am. I said you were gods. You are sons of the upper side. I made you in my image from dirt. And I never made you know what dirt. How dare you treat my image like niggers. You owe it to yourself, Ephraim, and those with us to the scared chat. And if somebody gets offended, you get knocked out, that's you atoning. You've created monsters to government housing with no skill to come out of poverty. You created a generational curse. And want to say crime is because of us. Well, you make an environment for that shit to flourish. Somebody with no hope and no future, anything's a damn opportunity. And so, while we ain't got no opportunities, the only thing we got to make us feel like we're a man or something big as pussy. You know, white wasn't even a race, bruh. It wasn't a race until 1676. When it was an uprising. The indentured slaves, the Africans, and the white people, these monsters enslaved. So wait a minute. Hell no. God created man in his image. From Adam Abraham, the bloodline descent. That God ain't made no white dirt. See, our brothers would never treat us like this. Y'all got to be motherfucking aliens. Ashkenazis, Jews. Y'all motherfucking aliens. Oh, hell no. So, instead of white being a social class, oh, look, we're so clean, we're better than you. That shit'll work, man, because we ain't see no white people. We only see people of color. Oh, damn, they look clean. I guess I'm dirty. Okay, that's a psychology. So they changed from being a social status of being pure, white, and innocent. They changed that shit in 1667. Google it, y'all. Please Google it. They changed it white as a race in law.
I'll keep that in mind, sir. We got like 5 more minutes and everything before we go.
Okay, in closing, this is what I would like to say. Please support my brother, Toasty. This podcast, we've done 150 episodes, more than that, I'm sure, since we taught. But this brother's interviewing some real colorful and interesting people. And I ask that you please support this show and share the link. And get to his podcast and check out all his podcasts. I'm really highly impressed with him. He has a nice studio. I feel very comfortable. I feel safe. And I want to say support his podcast. Share this message on your Facebook or your social media account. And I'll be in contact with you. And I'm sure what I'm going to do also, I'm going to get business cards made, and I'm going to give it to people that share with me. Thank y'all so much for your support. You can share with me if you want to, if you have it. I want people to hear the message because I'm God of all the earth. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about nothing. I'm your kinsman redeemer. I'm your brother. I'm not ego triple, man. Worship my Father. Recite the Lord's Prayer. All right, thank you.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, Mr. Moses, for hopping on today and everything. You know, when I first spoke to you and everything, our frequencies matched right there and everything. So I really appreciate that, even taking the time to even speak, because time is like one thing that, nobody can get back.
Right.
You can measure gold, water, all types of materials on the earth, but time is something that we just can't hold. We may hold a picture, look back at it, look at a video, and it might be timeless, but in the moment, it fleets. Every second just goes by and everything. For you to even take the time to even sit down and even speak with me and to unleash all what you have unleashed whenever the messages and the lessons that come through it and everything, I feel like that's more than a gift, just taking that time out, I really, really do appreciate it. Is there anything else that you want to let the audience know before we go off?
Don't be praying to my Father complaining. We did that before, and y'all didn't go in the promised land. You died in the wilderness. Support me and pray to my Father and thank him for me. I'm doing the job 21 years. I'm not perfect.
Nobody is.
I'm not asking anybody to be perfect. I drink, I smoke, and then I smoke, and I curse. I'm not taking my Father's name in vain and calling the names that you're calling him by your other gods. I'm saying, let me do my job. Pray to my Father. He'll line me up, but you gotta thank him if you got a request, okay?
Most definitely. Always vibrate on the frequency of gratitude and abundance in the world and the universe, and God himself will also be sure to give you whatever you're needed. Not what you want, what you need. And then over time, the world will unveil itself as it is. All right, and that's it for the Mental Threads podcast here with Mr. Moses. I appreciate you for being on. We are sewing in and now we are sewing out.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. There we go.
All right. So go on cost? All right, cool. All right, then. That was very powerful. Very powerful.